Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did.
He never, now, you didn't come up with a sign because he wasn't on the bag. You might be able to come up with a safe, but you know what? In that situation, now if he tags him right away, you're going safe, safe out.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really good that you came up with nothing. All right, nice job coming down to where you needed to be. You put that bag between you and the play. That was a really good spot. You piggybacked that. When you punch him out right there, you don't need to point at anything. There's one play in front of you. That point with the left hand is unnecessary. I thought you got into a really great spot and everything looked 100% until you pointed at it with your left hand and you punched him out. The only time we're gonna use the point, the indicator with your free hand is when something funky happens off the base for a force play or a swipe tag or something like that. When you just have a clean throw and a clean catch and a clean tag, there's no need to point at anything. Everybody in the world knows there's only one play, then it was a slide and a tag. No need for an indicator. Anytime that I feel like I'm having any trouble on just routine ground balls in the infield with plays at first base, 99% of the time is because I've gotten too close.
Okay.
Another one, he's going hard back and it's over his head. Okay, now we're gonna go home. It's a full rotation. You didn't go out. Okay, Joe, this is one right here where that's your runner, Joe. If you can get to the outside, there's an umpire there, Joe. You got caught. You got caught. No post pitch steps and you got caught. 100 times we do it.
I thought I heard you talking.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm on the mic, so I'm talking into the mic too. So, yeah, just remember some post pitch steps there, especially with that catcher. He's already shown that he likes to throw the ball a little bit today. If you weren't paying attention, he itches to throw. So just take 1 or 2 steps forward. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it 100 times for the one time we get it, and that's gonna be our prize. We're gonna take 99 times. We're gonna take post pitch steps, and then that one time that you're gonna take the post pitch step and he throws it, it's like candy for us. That's our prize for the 100 times that we did it.
Attaboy.
Make it worth it. Just 2 steps forward. Just 2 steps forward. When you realize there is nothing, come back. Now you take 2 steps forward, and now he pumps. Now you take 2 more steps, and you're in a perfect spot. Right? You know what I'm saying? To me, I view it as candy. If I take post pitch steps, and I'll do it 99 times and nothing happens, and then there'll be that one time and I'm in a great spot. It's like, this is great. To me, heads up. It's to me, it's a bonus. You know, do it 100 times, and then you know what? It's even nicer when you do it and it happens. It's like, wow, this is beautiful. Especially in that scenario, that ball's out there, okay?
I mean, I read it as my ball.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine, and you can read it. And then once you're reading him, now you're going to start drifting there. You know, when you're reading him, and then boom, what was really great about that is you kept your eyes on him the whole time. You didn't really worry about the ball. If it gets into a point where he doesn't go, then you can turn and have that ball.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was really being a really good partner right there watching him. Try to give him a little bit of a verbal there. Did you give him? I couldn't tell. You might have. Did you give a verbal? Okay, that's fine.
I saw you. I mean, I looked over.
How did you feel like your read was?
Center straight in.
Center straight in, so it's going to be his. That's fine. The one thing you have to remember now, when that ball goes up, read it, and then read him. Look over, because was there potential of him going and you not seeing him go? Did you pick him up at all? Not really, right? Be cognizant of your partner, especially it's in that dual coverage area, straight in, straight out. It is his, but it's really dual coverage area, because if he doesn't go and you feel like it's trouble, what you did, it's going, is great. You know what I mean? But you got to eye contact with him and make sure we're on the same page. Get in, get in. Finn, that was a nice job. He got into the wedge area. He saw that there was no swipe tag there. And well, let's talk about your verbiage on that. You said, no, he missed him. We would prefer no tag, no tag. Let's not keep it personal and say him, you. We have to be real cognizant of how we address the play, and we're not umpiring for that particular kid. You're umpiring for everybody involved. So no, he missed him. or no tag, that's what we would prefer. No tag, no tag. Really careful. We always need, even if the ball's not in our coverage area, we're putting a second set of eyes on everything.
Yes.
All right. Did you even realize you didn't see the left fielder catch the ball?
Yeah.
I
sort of felt like, I was like, what do I do?
Right.
I was like, he's got the catch, he's got that.
Yes, but
like,
you're not done. You're not done. You weren't sure what you had to do. That's fine. And I was telling him before, that's a scenario where
I'll pick him up then.
We talked about this yesterday when we were drilling. That's a scenario there where you have your back to him, okay? He can tell you what's going on back here.
Right.
You've got the fly ball. You've communicated with the home plate umpire. Finn already told you he wanted that ball. That's going to be a fair foul ball.
Yeah.
Now he's taking primary on that. You still have secondary on that, but the first base umpire could tell you, I'm still here,
right,
to let you know that you still have coverage behind you. You don't need to race to go anyplace because you still got coverage. There's some stuff on the tape, but what you need to recognize, when you have a runner on first base there and you have that double down the line, you have to understand that's a full rotation that you need to get home. Your key is R1 rounding second, and you're going to mirror his movements.
I mirrored the trail.
You mirrored the trail, yes. No, you have to mirror the lead runner there. And as soon as you see, you have to recognize what's going on before the play happens. So you're in a situation where you have a runner on first base. You have to think in your head, if we have a ball hit, this is going to be a regular rotation, okay? He's coming here, open up, get set. You have to be aware of the ball, all right? You need to get to a spot where you can see the release of the ball. You just turned your back to that catcher and just waited for the pitcher to cover, and you watched him. You need to see where the ball is. You do not want to get worn out by a throw from the catcher there. You need to be aware. To be fair to you, that ball should have never gone out. That ball took off. Once it got in the air, it just stayed up. It wasn't a home run off the bat, correct? So it was a gapper. Turn and read it. Once you realize both those guys are going back towards the wall and it's a wall ball, then you could have got out maybe 2 or 3 steps earlier, correct?
Great.
All right, just read it and just be aware. You can't go too late sometimes. Although it's the right thing to do, I need to be a good partner and give my partner time to get in. Stop, read the throw, read the release. It's not a true throw.
Safe, no tag.
Great. I need you to go right on that. That's okay. Stay with me, stay with me. Yeah, go. It's gonna be to the right. When you see the release of the throw, recognize that the throw's off the line and start moving sooner, okay? Got it. I know you recognized, was it a true throw, but now you gotta make an adjustment before the throw gets there. It was a good recovery at the end. At the end, you got it right, which is the best part we want. I really feel like, and I've made a conscious effort myself when I umpire, is to fight myself to get deeper. Anytime I feel like I have a questionable call at first base, it's because I was way too close. I mean, I've had situations in playoffs and regionals and stuff where I've had trouble on plays because I got too close. Before I forget, you did a really good job on that one where it was, I think it might have been a double down the line or something happened where you 3 had gone out and you had to take the batter runner to second and you took it straight, you didn't pivot, you took the touch over your shoulder. And I like the fact that you took it really deep. You recognized it was a double right away. Yeah. You weren't worried about about coming in here and a play back in. You took it really deep and you recognized what the play was, and that was that's instincts you can't teach sometimes. And you took it deep, you took the look over your shoulder and you got there really early. The one thing, I don't want you to coast into the bag. Okay. Right? You started going in, now you're watching him over your shoulder. At one point he had committed and you started coasting in and to slow down and put the brakes in. Get in there and stop. I think you need to work on getting out of that habit. We got you on film right now and we're gonna watch it right here. After every pitch, you go right down to the indicator and you just click it. You call the strike, now you're gonna look down at your indicator in a split second and you're going to change it. Let's get out of the habit of looking down at it and just click it without looking at it. All right, that's something I've noticed. You've done it all game, every batter. It's pretty predictable. All right, here we go. Fly ball to right field. He's going out. He's going out. Jeff, he went out on you. Jeff, he went out on you. Slide in if you can, Jeff. Jeff, just be aware there. You won one out. There really wasn't much going on. And after he said he was going out, he put the brakes on. Just be aware when that U1 goes out, we really want you to come underneath and get into the working area in case anything happens there. You kind of stayed to the outside, and the shortstop kind of got in your way. You try to avoid the shortstop. Just make sure if and when your partner goes out in that scenario on a blooper or any other scenario where he goes, I just need you to make sure you're aware he's gone out and get inside into the working area, into the path of righteousness. You had a fly ball before in your coverage area. He called you off. He said it was fair foul. He called you off. You never saw him catch the ball. When he called him off, you turned and picked up your bat, the runner at first base. You had your back to the left fielder when he caught the ball. Right. Just because he's telling you he's taking the ball, yes, you need a second set of eyes on that. That's correct.